Hey everybody, I thought I would put together a nice review of the basic parts of Medicare because there's so many A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There's a lot of different letters out there when it comes to Medicare. So people that are new and maybe in their late 50s, early 60s, trying to figure out what to expect from Medicare, this is a great video for you. Here we go. Part A covers most hospital costs and is free to most enrollees. Well, when I say free, it's kind of like if you qualified for Social Security, you're certainly going to qualify for Medicare. I believe it takes about 10 years of work in your entire life paying into the Medicare system, and then you qualify for it. So this basic Medicare coverage, the whole idea is covering the hospital side of things. So not the doctor's visits, stuff like that. So when we look at this does have a deductible, $1,632 in 2024, each inpatient hospital benefit period. Okay, so once a year, inpatient deductible is $1,632. Now, when you look at the inpatient stay, that's an enormous cost. If you're in the hospital for up to 60 days, after that deductible, you don't pay anything. So you can imagine how expensive that would be. And certainly if it was so incredibly terrible of a situation, you're there over 60 days, 60 to 90 days, you're paying $408 per day, and then 91 to 150, it's 816 each day. And then after that, it's up to you. I don't know anybody that stayed 150 days in an actual hospital because typically they're going to move you to a skilled nursing facility. And again, if medically necessary, if deemed medically necessary, skilled nursing, they're going to cover the first 20 days. Okay. Then from 20 to 100 days, they're going to cover everything except $204 a day. And then after that, you're on your own. Okay. Home health care. Again, this is deemed medically necessary. It is covered by, as long as it's a Medicare covered part of this. So then there's a 20% copay, essentially. You're covering or you're paying for 20% of any medical equipment like a wheelchair and stuff like that. And then also hospice. Hospice is covered. I always say Medicare is there when you're going in and when you're coming out. There, it's health coverage, not long-term care coverage. So this part is where people get a little confused for long-term care. This is not long-term care. This is if deemed medically necessary. Medicare Part B. B is the normal healthcare coverage, right? This is for the doctor visits and stuff like that. This covers outpatient stuff, okay? And diagnostic tests, all that kind of stuff. So enrollees pay monthly premium based on income, and that's what the chart to the right here is behind my head. Right? So the crazy thing about how you pay for your Medicare Part B premium is because it's based on income from 2 years ago. They're looking at your tax return. In this case, for 2024, they're looking at 2022's tax return. If you are a single person and had under 103,000 or a married couple under 206, the base cost for Medicare Part B is $174.70. And then the more income you have, the more you will pay. They adjust this every year. So it's kind of hard to tell you what it's going to cost because they're allowed to change it every single year. That's the reality of it. Okay. So there is a $240 deductible this year for Medicare that starts, let's see, you pay each year, and that's for an outpatient visit. So it's $240 deductible when it comes to the medical insurance side. And then there is a co-insurance. You're responsible for 20% of the covered services after that deductible. Okay. Clinical laboratory, stuff like that type diagnostics, you pay zero for as long as they're Medicare approved. All right. Medicare Part C, Medicare Advantage. Boy, this stuff gets confusing. There's a lot of salespeople out there that say Medicare Advantage is the best. I'm going to stay away from telling you what I think is best because it's based on an individual situation. Think about it like this. Medicare Part C, Medicare Advantage, is a replacement for Medicare Part A and B. That's what it is, really. What you're saying is I'm going to forego Medicare Part A and B, and I'm going to go to a private insurance company, and they're going to provide me coverage. Okay? And that coverage is going to vary. What I have to pay is going to vary. The deductibles are going to vary. The co-insurance varies by plan. So it's like saying, I don't want Medicare. I'm going to go on to the private market and get a Medicare Advantage plan. Yes, it's got government oversight, but it's foregoing the Medicare and getting a traditional health insurance plan. That's really what it is. Okay. Then there's Medicare Part D. Part D is the drug policy, and those premiums will vary based on plan and income. So you got two variables there. This has a lot of government oversight as well. There are tiers to this, but the reality is each plan is going to have a different cost, and it will go up if you have more income. Deductibles will vary by plan and pharmacy. And co-insurance varies by plan and pharmacy. So lots of variables there, but this is your drug coverage, okay? Then there's Medicare Part G, K, L, M, and N. That's all we really have left. They took away a few of those a few years ago because they were just commission scams, to be real honest. So here's what this is. This is Medigap, or a supplement to your Medicare. So you would have Medicare Part A, have Medicare Part B. If you want it, have Medicare Part D, the drug plan. You would not have Medicare Advantage. So the Medigap, the supplement, is a supplement to Medicare. You have Medicare. This will pay what Medicare doesn't. Okay? So you look at Plan F, which is the standard out there. This is the one that pays for the most. If Medicare doesn't cover it, your co-insurance, your co-pays, all those things, this will then jump in and pay it. So you see the Part A covers what Medicare doesn't. Part B covers what Medicare doesn't. Blood up to 3 pints covers 100%. Hospice care and co-insurance payment, 100%. Skilled nursing facilities, 100%. Part A deductibles, Part B deductibles, Part B access charge, some weird little charge out there. Foreign travel. Here's a big part of this, right? Foreign travel and emergency. And then out-of-pocket limit. Well, it's not applicable. Whereas you look at these other ones and they are just variations. You know, Part G doesn't cover the Part B deductible. Okay? So what you'll see here is when you go to Medicare Advantage, because this is an either or, when you go to Medicare Advantage, that's going to have a network that you'll have to stay in. So if you tend not to travel, you tend to stay in the same place, Medicare Advantage may be the right way to go. Whereas Medicare plus a supplement tends to be a lot better for those that travel a lot. Again, that foreign travel emergency, you got 80% coverage in this. So there's a lot of extras here because Medicare is widely accepted across the United States, right? Whereas Medicare Advantage, you have to be in your network. So traveling even in the United States becomes difficult when it comes to going into hospitals or doctors or things like that when you're not in your home network, okay? So that's the idea of Medicare Advantage or supplement or gaps or all those kinds of things. Medicare Advantage takes the place of Medicare, whereas Medigap or a supplement is going to enhance Medicare. It's going to cover what Medicare doesn't, is really what this is about. All right. I hope that helps. This is a good review of the basics of it. We've got over 200 videos and different topics and everything, all centered around retirement planning and finances and all that wonderful stuff, investing. Yourinvestmentcounselor.com. If you want to meet with me for any reason, you can book a 30-minute free meet and greet on there or just an hourly appointment as well. Our full classes, I do hour-long classes live via Zoom, fpfeaz.org. You can find all the class schedules on that. And then certainly give us a call, like, subscribe, do all those wonderful things. You've got new videos coming at you every single week. Talk to you soon. Thank you.